child's pose. If child's pose isn't working for you to have your arms stretched out and your hands flat, you could always cross your elbows and rest your forehead on it. The other thing you could do is take child's pose like Jackie and I are doing with your knees together. Instead of like Wheeldon and Mel are showing you, your knees out to the side. The goal in child's pose is to start to integrate your body here onto your mat. So whatever you need to do to get your body comfortable, take that on in this pose. Now press into your hands and come up to a tabletop position. Stretch your right arm forward and stretch your left leg back. Point your left toes down to the floor. Now stretch your right arm to the right and your left leg to the left, taking your arms into the shape like you'd make if you're playing tic-tac-toe, when you get it on the diagonal. Now right arm forward, left leg back, right hand down, left knee down. Now stretch your right arm forward and your left leg back, and then move your left arm out to the side, your right leg out to the side. Keep your right hand super flat. Press your hand down. Now your left arm forward, your right leg back, hand and knee down, and stretch to downward facing dog. Bend and straighten your legs. Now lift as high as you can onto your tippy toes, and then press your heels back. Lift as high as you can on your tippy toes, and press your heels back. Now walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Take your arms behind your legs and grab onto your elbows. Ragdoll pose. Bend and straighten your legs. Go as deep into the bend as you can and stretch your toes out. Now let your arms dangle like you have empty shirt sleeves like a ghost. Press into your feet and reach your arms all the way over your head. Inhale. And then exhale, fold down to the floor. Halfway lift. Walk yourself out to high push-up position, and then do chaturanga, low push-up position. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and rise to your tippy toes again, as high as you can, and then press your heels back. That way you get a toe stretch. And then walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Take your hands on your legs and lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Stand up and stretch. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Look up. Exhale, fold. Hands to your legs, halfway lift. Walk out to high push-up. And then drop to your knees and lower to low push-up. Lift to upward facing dog. Go back to downward facing dog. Now breathe all of the air out and jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sit down, take chair pose, bottomed out, arms stretched to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high push-up, lower to low push-up on your knees or your toes. Up dog, stretch your chest. Down dog, move back. Take your right foot and step to crescent lunge. Drop your left knee down. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. So as you bend your right knee, get a really nice stretch on the left side of your body, and then bring your hands down. Step back to low push-up position. Knees or toes. Now upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your left foot and drop to your right knee now. Crescent lunge, arms up, stretch, and place your hands down. Step back. Go to low push-up position, stretch and open your heart. Up dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Check out a spot in your body that feels tight. Maybe it's your elbows or your shoulders or your knees. Bend them a little bit. And then jump your feet to your hands. We'll try that one again. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Sit down for chair pose, just like you sit in a chair at the dining room table, and then exhale, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga, low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot, drop to your left knee. Take a crescent lunge, arms up. Now your hands come down, step back, go to low push-up. Up dog, down dog. Step your left foot, crescent lunge, drop to your right knee. Stretch your arms up, and then your hands come down. Go back to downward dog, or move through your vinyasa. Breathe in and out. Lift your right leg in the air, bend your right foot, and take your right foot to your left bottom cheek. Lift as high as you can your left tippy toes, and flip your dog over. Now stretch your arm all the way away from your toes. Flip back around and drop your right knee down for right side plank. Stretch your left leg out. Draw your shoulders to the back side of your body. Take a deep breath in from the pit of your belly. Breathe out. And then bring your hands down. Go to downward facing dog. And then on your in-breath, your inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, take your foot to your bottom, and then flip your dog around. Stretch your fingers and try and lift your bottom up just a little bit more. And then flip back around. Drop your left knee down, stretch your right leg out, and take a side plank. Just like Tadasana, but on your hand with your leg in the air. And then bring your hands down. Step back to down dog. Take your right foot to your left wrist and flying squirrel. Lift your arm up. See about lifting your hip up. And take your hands down. Step your foot back. Now step your left foot to your right wrist, flying squirrel. Take your right foot flat, draw your shoulders toward your spine. 2 hands down, step back, down dog. And now step your right foot for warrior 1. Bend your right knee and lift your arms up. Open to warrior 2. Keep your right knee bent. And then take your right hand down to your ankle for extended side angle. Lift your left arm up. Wiggle your fingers out, squeeze, make a fist, and then open it with your left hand. And then bring your hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot to your left hand. Reach your arms up. Warrior 1, press the edge of your back foot flat. And then open warrior 2. Take your left arm down, stretch your right arm up. Extended side angle, make a fist with your right hand. And then open all of your fingers back out. Bring your hands down, step back, go to down dog. Soften your elbows, breathe in and out. And step your right foot for crescent lunge. I'll show you how to do crescent lunge with your knee on the earth, and Jackie and Wilden and Melody will show you how to do it with your legs straight. Wherever you are with your legs, bring your hands to your heart, and now twist your left elbow on the outside of your right leg. Keep some pressure on your right foot, and then open your arms, spread them apart. Twist your spine just like you wring out the dish rag after washing all of your dishes. And then bring your hands down and step back to down dog. Step your left foot in between your hands. Drop your right knee down or stay with a straight right leg. Arms up and then right away into your twist. Twist your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. You might decide to keep your hands together, or maybe you open your arms up, your right arm down, your left arm up, just continuing to rinse your spine. And then place your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Now move your feet to your hands with a jumper step. Take your feet a little bit wider than usual and sit down for Queen's chair. Your arms all the way up to the ceiling, your bottom down in a chair. Take your left hand in between your feet and stretch your right arm up for three-toed sloth. Press your left hand down and open your chest as you twist. and fold. Hold on to your two big toes with your peace fingers. Let your elbows just fall off to the side. Shake your head out. Bend and straighten your legs. Now release the bind on your fingers. Sit down. Take chair pose, Utkatasana, arms by your ears. Right hand in between your feet and stretch your left arm up. Listen to your breath. Each time you inhale and each time you exhale, twist. Rinse your spine. Forward fold. Slide your hands under your feet. Press your toes to your wrist. Press your fingers to your feet. Bend and straighten your legs. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Draw them down. Now take crow pose. Sit on your bottom. Take your feet flat and wiggle your arms on the inside of your legs. Now press your legs to your arms to your legs. Hands spread out, and then lift your feet up. Balance on your sit bones, those little bones on the inside of your bottom. Press your palms forward. Draw your shoulders toward the back side of your body. Strengthening your core here as you press into both of your sit bones on your glutes. And then cross your ankles. Step back to the downward facing dog position, upside down, letter V. And then take your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand up and stretch. Lift your arms up. Now interlace your fingers and take your fingers side to side. Moving the sides of your body around. Now open your hands and take your right arm under. Take your hands on your shoulders. Take your right leg over. And stay in a tall eagle pose. And then bend your left knee and go into a lower eagle pose. Pick one spot in front of you to look at. One spot that's not moving. And then stretch your arms over your head. On an exhale, take your left arm under, take your hands to your shoulders, take your left leg over, and then sit down. Sit down in your pose, pull your belly in. Straighten back out into a tall eagle pose. Take your arms over your head, extended mountain pose, and drop your arms by your side. Pick your right knee up and hold on to your right knee with your left hand. Lift your right arm up. And then slowly twist behind you for dancing Shiva. So your right arm will stretch to the back. Your eyes will slowly start to go toward the back. And then take your right foot on your left leg. Take Barbie fingers in your hips and press them back and begin to bend your left knee, getting into your hips. Maybe you take your hands down to the floor. Maybe your hands stay on your hips, but roll your right ankle. Be sure that it's super loose and off of the side of your left leg. Now press into your left foot and begin to stand back up. Stretch your arms over your head. Place your foot down, extended mountain. And then arms by your side. Lift your left knee up. Take your right hand on your left knee. Lift your arm up and then twist back behind you. Rinse your spine out in a different way. Dancing Shiva. Move your foot away from your body and really stand and balance. If you fall out, just come right back into the pose. And then place your feet down, arms by your side. Take your right arm up like you have a tray of water on it, and just move your right arm out to the side so your hand is moving toward the right side of your body. Now drop your hand down like you dropped the tray, and take your right hand, hold on to your right ankle.
Lift your left arm up for dancer's pose. Now stretch your left arm forward, press your right leg back. Keep breathing in and out as you stretch forward and press back at the same time. And then place your right foot down. Take your left arm out to the side like you're serving a tray. Drop it down and hold the inside of your left foot. Stretch your right arm up. Press into your right foot and stretch forward and stretch back. Yeah, just make as much space as you can in between your hands and your feet. And then bring your foot down. Stretch your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Step back to chaturanga. Remember, you can use your knees or your toes. Listen to what your body wants. Up dog, down dog. Step your right foot. Take warrior one. Open warrior two. Straighten out your right leg. And then just stretch your right fingers forward and your left hand back. You can go all the way down like Jackie and Wilden are showing you. You can stay like Melody and I are showing you with your right fingers forward and your left fingers back, not moving all the way down into the triangle shape. Now come up to a standing position, back up out of triangle, and bring your hands down. Step back to down dog. And then step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach. Open warrior two. Straighten your left leg and reach your left fingers forward, your right hand back. You can stay upright in this triangle, or you can go down like Jackie and Wilden are showing you with your left hand behind your ankle. Keep both of your legs straight and just let there be a little bit of softness. And then bring your hands down, step back to down dog, and lower to your belly. Take your arms by your side, lift your belly up, and then lift just your upper body. Just lift your arms and your chest, leave your legs down, half of a locust pose, and then lower down. Take your left ear down, bend your knees, and take your feet side to side. Now take your chin down, keep your chest down, and this time just lift your legs up. Just your legs, just your legs. Gaze goes down to the floor, and then lower down, bend your knees, and take your feet side to side. Floor bow pose. Hold on to your feet. We'll do one of these today. Take your feet up to the ceiling and lift your chest. Lift your chest. Lift and open your heart as much as you can, and lower down. Take your feet side to side. Now hands by your ribs, down low by your ribs. Lift to upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Come onto your knees for camel pose and take your hands, slide them in your imaginary pockets on the back side of your body. Lift up tall and then begin to lean back. Lean back and open up your chest. Yeah. And then just move into this pose, breath by breath. Keep your hands on your back side. Keep them into your pockets. And back up to a tall position. Swing your legs around. Sit on your bottom and lower onto your back, however you want to. Bridge pose. So bend your knees, take your feet flat, and go up to bridge pose. Puff up your body. Keep your arms by your side, or interlace your fingers, getting your shoulders under your body. And then lower down, arms by your side. Take your knees right and left. And then right away to wheel pose, arms up, or you can stay with bridge, hands down on your mat, fingers wide like a W. And then stretch your arms and your legs up, puff up your chest. Good, now stay for as many breaths as your body will let you. Listen to the sound of your breath, and when it gets shallow, come out of the pose and Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees wide. Take your hands, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And notice your breath rising and falling. And take your legs into the air. Arms underneath by your side or your hands underneath your bottom. And take your legs like scissors and cross them back and forth, just like you're cutting paper. And each and every time you're crossing your legs, think about something that you'd like to cut out of your life. Move it out of your space. As you scissor your legs, make space, cut up whatever's stuck on the middle of the page, and stabilize your abdominals after opening them in the back bending. Now take your legs straight up in the air. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll front and back 3 times. 3 times on your spine, and then cross your ankles and step back to downward facing dog. Now take your right foot on the outside of your right hand for a lizard lunge to stretch your hips. You can stay with your hands flat. You can drop your back leg. You can come onto your forearms. Hug your knee toward your shoulder and stretch the right side of your body out. And then straighten your arms. Step back again to downward facing dog. Now step your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Maybe if you drop to your knee, that gives you the ability to get a nicer stretch in your left hip. Choose a position with your arms that lets you nestle into the stretch. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now flatten your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or jump through, but come onto your bottom and take your right leg out and your left foot on your right leg. It's sort of like tree pose on the floor. Lift your arm up and then reach your fingers for your foot for a single seated leg extension pose. Now take your left hand by your hip. Press your right toes down and open to gate pose. With your left knee down, your right foot goes flat. And then bring your bottom down and switch. Take your left leg straight, bring your right foot in. Lift your arms up and then take your hands down on either side of your left foot. Get a stretch on the right side of your body. And now take your right hand by your right hip and lift up. Lift up and open. Stretch your fingers and your toes out. Lower down onto your bottom. Take your body and your back onto your mat and take your legs straight up in the air for waterfall pose. You can stay in waterfall pose or you can move back to plow pose. You can stay in plow pose or take your legs up into the air for a shoulder stand. Pick a pose that allows you to rejuvenate and restore your body, all the goodness that you dug up in your practice. Now take your feet over your head. Bend your knees to your ears, yogi wearing earmuffs pose. And then roll down onto your back. Bend your knees into your armpits and take happy dead bug pose, rocking side to side. And then take both of your legs in the air, your arms out to a T, and then cross your legs like eagle legs. Drop your knees to the right and take your eyes and look to the left. A supine spinal twist. And then bring your knees into the center. Take them up into the air. Your legs are straight. Now cross your left leg over your right and drop your knees off to the left. Look to the right. Supine spinal twist. Now the opposite way. Now bring your legs straight up in the air. Bring your arms down by the sides of your mat. And lower your legs down. Toes out, palms up. Rest. Shavasana.